I was muted because I was... Okay, y'all. All right, y'all get this. I was muted because we were doing video check and I was muted. I'm having that kind of day today, y'all. All right, it's 4:30. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Taste Tech Talks episode. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking all about the upcoming WordPress 5.9 release. In addition to the WordPress 5.9 release, we're also going to be revealing a huge channel update that you do not want to miss. This is going to be the biggest update to Taste Tech Talks in Taste Tech Talks history. You do not want to miss this update. It is going to be crazy. As you can see, I am in a different location, and we're going to get to all that later. So if you guys want to see what's happening in my life, I would recommend sticking around to the end because we are going to be having a great time. All right, without further ado, we've got a lot to talk about today. So if you guys are here in the chat, I see we've got Doug Oliver, and I think Jeff Bishop is watching. Thanks, Jeff, for calling out the audio problems. I've been having that kind of day. I don't know about you guys, but ever since I got up this morning, things have been going wrong. I got up and we ordered breakfast from a place, and I went to go get my breakfast out of the hallway where the DoorDasher dropped it off. Looks like the bag almost ripped in half. So that was fun. I was luckily able to catch all my food from falling out on the floor. So that was part one, and then part two is we just had a whole bunch of other things, and oh my goodness. So I don't know how y'all's days have been going, but mine have just been kind of crazy. It's just been kind of nuts. I've just been kind of having a day today. But enough about myself. I don't really want to spend a bunch of time on myself. I want to spend a bunch of time on the topic at hand. WordPress 5.9. What are we going to expect? What's going to happen? Is it going to break our sites? Is accessibility going to be a problem? Am I going to regret myself from updating, to WordPress? Am I going to be able to use any of my plugins? Are my themes going to work? How does this block-based stuff work? Well, I know these are questions that y'all probably have. I'm sure you do. But don't worry, because I've done the research, I've played with the beta, and I'm here today to give you some answers. All right? So, enough of that out of the way. But again, if you guys are wanting to be able to see what's going on in my life, then you guys should stay around to the end. So, let's get into the tech stuff first, and then we'll talk about the personal stuff. All right? Sounds like a deal? Everyone on board? All right, let's see what we're going to do. All right, first things first. Let's talk about some logistics, meaning what's happening with WordPress, what's going on. WordPress is right now at a 5.8.3 version, right? It's the latest version up until now, and this is a version where you still have the customizer and appearance, you still have all that stuff. It's pretty accessible. You still have the Gutenberg editor. It's pretty easy to use. However, there's a couple problems. There are some accessibility problems, and there are some other problems as well with different blocks and that kind of thing. But that's not what we're going to be talking about today. We're not going to talk about those accessibility problems because those are far from gone now. I mean, they're still here, but they are not in our immediate view. Today, what we're going to be talking about is WordPress 5.9. What is it, and what are we going to do about it? Well, good question. WordPress 5.9 is the release where they've been expecting it for about a year and a half now. I believe that they've been planning it, a year. And it is called the FSE, Full Site Editing Release. Full Site Editing is basically a concept, y'all. It's going to blow your mind, and I'm going to actually do a demo. Full Site Editing is where you can edit the entire site using the blocks. So if you are familiar with WordPress, you know that everything in a website is made up of blocks, right? So you have your headers, which are now made up of blocks. You have your headings, you have your paragraphs. Everything is a block. Well, in this update, everything is a block, including your site headers, footers, posts, templates, everything. Everything is a block. It's literally like a page builder. And it is crazy. There are some accessibility problems, but it is nuts. And so if you're not familiar with WordPress and you want to build a site, go ahead and check out TA Courses for our WordPress course. It's really awesome, and you guys should go check it out. We've got some new pricing coming up, so you could subscribe for $10 a month, as well as you can become an all-access member for $50 a month, where you get access to our whole course library. But enough advertising out of the way. But man, WordPress is a huge change. Basically, when you go into the customizer, There is no customizer in WordPress 5.9. It's gone. If you go to Appearance, you just see Editor and Themes. Okay, so how does this work? Am I going to be affected? Well, good question. You are going to be most likely not affected at the start. That is because the themes have to natively support the blocks, meaning that they have to be enabled for full site editing. The theme that we like to use is called Generate Press. We have not seen any release from them about using the blocks or if they're even going to support the block-based stuff. However, the WordPress 2022 theme is going to be at Generate Press's heels. Michael and I have been playing around with it for a while today, and we think that the 2022 theme is more customizable than Generate Press. But we're going to get to that in just a few minutes when Michael comes on and talks about visuals. So, first things first is this going to break my site? Well, most likely not. It will not break your site, most likely not, because it's not going to totally alter. Now, there are some user experience things, but really the full site editing is a theme by theme thing. So yeah, every theme developer has to implement full site editing for themselves. Okay, so that's not going to be a problem at the outset. However, what I could see happening is that more and more theme developers implement full site editing, and then this becomes a problem for people with disabilities for editing their WordPress sites. I see that becoming a problem later on, but at the start, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Okay, so, well, that's at least positive, that it won't break and it won't be a huge problem. But why else should I upgrade? Well, that's a great question. So there's been some other changes that are a little bit non-subtle. For example, a built-in privacy policy generator thing, and it's pretty cool. I haven't got to play with it too much, but we might mess around with it on stream. And I've actually set up a new domain for playing around with WordPress releases. So that is the deal with that, is that there are a lot of things to do with the colors. You can do global styles. You can edit headers and footers. You can basically edit every part of your site. You can do templates. You can export patterns. There's a open source photo directory for WordPress. It's almost, I think, like stock photos. At least that's what it seems like. It's like a photo directory. So, yeah, those are some of the things that you can do. There's a lot. And so what I want to do is I want to pause for questions. I want you guys to ask me questions about things about your site. Whether are you going to have problems? What's the deal going to be like? Is this going to be a problem for me? Put your questions in the chat and we'll go ahead and see if we can't answer them. And while we're doing that, I figured that it would be a great time to talk about TA courses. So while I was alluding to TA courses earlier, let's go ahead. I'm just waiting for chat, so I'll go ahead and talk about it. TA Courses is a platform that I started, and a new development is that I have a new company. Now, this is not related to my personal stuff indirectly, but I have a new company, TA Solutions, and I will explain why this all happened later on, but just know that TA Solutions has partnered with Techopolis Online Solutions to deliver this online TA courses platform. So there's going to be all sorts of courses from the WordPress to WordPress, Swift UI, and Swift Playgrounds, coding on the iPad, maybe Station Playlist. I know Doug wanted to do a course on that. There's so many courses, and it's going to be all course creators that we feel, going to make the great platform. And it's really accessible. It's an awesome platform, and you guys should go check it out. We even have a free course for you guys to sample. So feel free to go check it out. It's tacourses.net. Let me go ahead and throw that link in the chat for y'all. All right. All right. Oops. Make sure I do that right, folks. Oops. Okay. tacourses.net is where you'll want to land. And we are going to have awesome courses that are going to be on different topics, like I keep saying. And we're going to have more coming out. We just recorded our second Swift UI on iPad with Swift Playgrounds course today. So if you want to learn to make mobile apps, you need to go check out tacourses.net. And that's available for pre-order today for $10 a month. All right, enough advertising. We have a question, so let's go ahead and answer it. Doug Oliver asks, so if there's no customizer, where am I going to add my links and all that? Great question, Doug. And you are indeed correct. There is no customizer. The answer to that question lies in a couple things. You're going to add a navigation block. And a navigation block simply is a block for navigation. So it's a way to add your links to a menu. And it is a way to be able to have your blocks be in a menu and have the links show up. And I was able to do something crazy yesterday. Michael was jealous. I was able to add 2 menus to the header in this website that I had made. And I don't know how I did it, but I was able to do it. So that is that kind of question. And we're going to answer a couple more. And then, like I said, we'll just kind of see what happens, and we will allow for more comments in terms of the restream, the chat. So if you guys are here, say hi. But yeah, that's the answer to that, Doug. You will add a navigation block. Okay. Do we have any more questions? Let's see here. Do we have any more? If not, I'm going to go ahead and invite Michael Doise, who will talk about the visual portion and talk about what he likes. And then we will go ahead and talk about some other stuff as well. And we're actually going to do a demo. So without further ado, let me go ahead and give Michael the cue to come on in. And we will, while we're waiting for questions, we will ask him to come on and talk about visuals. Sound like a plan, y'all? All right, so we're waiting for Michael, and what we're going to do is we are going to talk about visuals, and while he's talking about visuals, I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to prepare for our demo that we're going to talk about, and as well as to make sure that the Facebook stuff is doing what I'm telling it to do. So that is going to be how we do that. So, let's see. Hey, Michael. Hey, Michael.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, like I said, we're gonna get into all this later, y'all. But Michael and I are in the same house.
Indeed.
Yeah, but we're not gonna talk a lot about that right now. You guys are just gonna have to stick around to the end of the stream to hear what's going on. So, but Michael is here to talk about the visuals. So, Michael, would you like to take it away?
Sure. So, since we are in the same house, I've been able to hear what Taylor's been talking about. So, it's pretty exciting. And the new 5.9 block editor for themes is pretty incredible, because basically your theme just has to have support, and then you can lay out everything out visually. And what I like about that is that I can quickly look and see, okay, I want a menu in this location, I want this in that location. And then using template parts, I can actually make my own patterns and parts, and it's highly customizable, and it makes even the basic WordPress themes more powerful than some of the paid themes that were in previous versions of WordPress. And I think that's pretty incredible, because if you have low vision, or if you're a sighted user, can just click on different things and add blocks and things. The biggest thing that I saw with the screen reader is that everything's focusable that I could find, but you just didn't know the locations that you were working with. So I'm sure there's workarounds, and Taylor is genius enough to figure out what those are, because she's awesome. But it's going to be very interesting as to how a lot of users are going to find this, and if they even go to the new version. And here's now that I think about this, and tell me what your thoughts are, Taylor. I just realized this. We were telling people, like, you may not want to upgrade to 5.9 if you don't like the new theme editor, but will that really matter? I don't think it will. Like, we were talking to somebody this morning, and they were like, well, we're going to disable updates on our site.
Explain, Michael.
You don't have to.
For those who may not understand it. Well, they may not have to, but if they accidentally have a theme that might support it, then they might be in a little bit of trouble.
Right, if your theme supports it. But here's the question. Actually, this is a bigger question than the previous questions.
Okay.
What happens if you have a theme that supports it and they update to support it and you're not on 5.9?
Well, I don't know. And I think that what I assume, and again, folks, if there's WordPress people in this chat, I want y'all to respond. Because we may, we're not officially working for Automatic or any of the companies. But here's what I speculate. I speculate that the WordPress 5.8 will not have all the full site editing features, because honestly, it was already pushed out to 5.9 anyways when Matt Mullenweg, they had to push it all out. So, having said that, I think that if you're still on 5.8 and your theme supports it, then that probably means that you'll probably have an older version of your theme as well, because wouldn't that make it so that your theme wouldn't work on 5.8?
That's what I'm thinking. So say you're using a theme and you don't know if it's being updated, or it's been updated and it's going to 5.9. It's kind of like you're going to, an app only supports a later version of iOS,
Yeah, and that's kind of, or like the Python 2, Python 3 thing.
Mm-hmm. And so I don't know if they're going to I don't think they can have where it supports the old framework, because this is, 5.8 is legacy theme editor now. This is such a big change. And so, yeah, this is interesting. This is going to, never thought about this until I thought about it now.
Sorry, Michael.
But what I was going at before I went off on a tangent, and there's an inside joke about that now.
Yeah, there is.
A bunch of loud dogs.
Yeah, which there's also a joke about and watch the TA courses recording to find out what's going on about that.
And the thing about it is if you upgrade to 5.9 and you don't have a supported theme, it's just like you have 5.8. There's no difference. So I don't think that there's a reason to not update.
Right. And again, folks, on this channel, I always preach the importance of updating. I always preach it. And there's a couple reasons for that. Mainly security. We want to make sure that y'all sites are secure and that they're patched from vulnerabilities. And having your WordPress up to date is like the number one tip you can have to make sure your site's secure.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, if your theme, yes, if you want to stay and make sure your theme is not going to be updated to 5.9, yes, you can stay on 5.8. But if your theme's not going to be updated for a while anyway, until some of the bugs are ironed out, then yeah, I would update to 5.9. And then if it's a problem, then you just go to a different version of your theme. You could probably even go get the 5.8 compatible version of the theme and make it not update. And then 5.9 would stay secure. Actually, that's a good technique. I never thought about that either.
How would that work?
You would just go down, turn off automatic updates for your theme, so it would not support the new features.
And see, I don't know, like I said, y'all, if you work for WordPress, if you know a lot about more about this, and, us, if you have any thoughts at all, we want to hear chat. I'm trying to check Facebook because apparently there are comments and they are not reading, and it's driving me up a wall. And it's live chat, so I'm not sure Restream is having a fit, Michael. Which could be a huge problem. So, it's not even reading some YouTube chats either. So, it's almost like we have StreamYard. But anyways, so, y'all, this is things that happen.
Burn.
But,
Burn. You just burned StreamYard.
I did not even intend for that to happen. Well, StreamYard, if you're watching this, please add TTS to your stuff because your interface is awesome. I just want to use it, but you need TTS, please. Add TTS for chat messages, please. That'd be great. I didn't even mean for that to happen. Anyways, this is what kind of day I've been having, but
Yeah.
you know,
She's having a
but yeah.
day.
Oh yeah, but you know, these are things that happen around here. So, but no, folks, these are just kind of all in fun. I try to have fun. Obviously, you can probably tell I'm trying to have fun with these videos. But I'm just saying that people need to learn that that chat messages need to read. But anyways, so yeah, Michael, do you want to kind of go through what's new and what you like and what you maybe don't like and that kind of thing?
Sure. So I really like the ability to, add blocks as, create headings and or headers and all those things and footers. But the biggest thing that I really like, other than what we've talked about, this is kind of a big thing, is there is a new way for WordPress to make a privacy policy page for you. And we have not played with this yet, but it looks like a very neat feature, and I'm kind of excited about it. But those are kind of the highlights, and I'm if they've done all this in 5.9, I'm kind of curious what's going to be in 6.0. You know.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play with that. Sorry, Michael, I was just trying to figure out what's wrong with Facebook. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And that's a question too, right? Is how does that solution compare to what, for example, Termageddon offers? And how is that going to affect things like Termageddon? And also, how does that privacy policy work? Is it like based on like real lawyers that help create it? Or where does this text come from? These are all questions that I have.
Well, and it may not even be that there's text. It might just be a formatted page to look a certain way for you to put text in.
Right, so you may still need a service like that. Or you could do WP legal pages as well if you want a freer option, but, you know, that kind of thing.
Yep.
But yeah, let me go ahead and mute so I can check Facebook.
But if you're in chat, I can't check chat, but Taylor can. We want to know what your thoughts are on, this, on the new WordPress, and what your opinion is on, everything Taylor's talking about. Do you think that everything is as cool as she's saying, or that I'm saying, or do you feel like WordPress needs to do more? I think they could do a bit more for, saying locations, but also when Taylor comes back, I want her to talk about the list view and what that allows you to do as far as adding blocks and things like that to your theme. So I think that's very useful information as well. So you can see her tapping away on her phone there on Facebook.
All right, we've got some commenters, and again, I'm really mad at Restream. So, anyways, my grandmother says hello, so Nancy Glucker says hello. And apparently Facebook also says hello, trying to play myself. We do not need that on stream, so let me go ahead and stop that real quick. Maybe not, or else I'll have 2 videos going. So that is the other Facebook commenter, and then of course Sam Clausen says hello as well. But again, if you're on any of our platforms, feel free to say hi and chat us. We always love to have chat. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, I cannot get video stop playing. But either way, if you're on YouTube, feel free to say hi on YouTube, and if you are on Facebook as well. And yeah, so the list view. The list view is an interesting concept. So the list view is a view that allows you to view your blocks in a table. What's happened? Okay.
I'm muted.
Oh, it allows you to view your stuff in a table. So what it does, it allows you to view the blocks as a table. So you can actually navigate your blocks in a table format. So say like row 1, column 1, paragraph. Row 1, column 2, heading. Row 1, column 3, list. It's basically a grid system, and I'm going to actually show you guys how this works after we get done talking about it. I'm going to do a little bit of a demonstration, but it's basically a way you can see your blocks in like a grid pattern, and I'm hoping that that could be a good way, Michael. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there's actually a way to move blocks. So maybe you could say like row 1, column 2, row 1, column 3. You can actually move blocks to different things, and I'm hoping that's the way that it is, and we're going to see if that's true or not.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off, but I'll let you get to your demos and
But do you have any
continue
other
having an
visual
awesome.
stuff, Michael, you want to add? Like, what are your thoughts? I want to hear more of your thoughts about it.
Well,
Like, do you...
I don't have a lot yet because I have
Okay.
not dug deep into this yet. But how it looks so far, it looks very, very interesting, and I want to learn all the things. I want to learn all the details, and I will be converting from GeneratePress to 2022 as a theme on the Techopolis website to try these things because that's kind of what I do on my personal business website.
Would you also go
Is
check out Techopolis?
Yep, Techopolis.online, and yeah, it's just very exciting, with what WordPress has done. And, I'll be curious how it runs on the Mac. It seems to run really fast as far as going between different things. And it's interesting that the WordPress icon on the full site editing is a navigation bar. So in the past, it's brought you back to the dashboard, but now it has dashboard as an option, but a whole lot of other options to do like templates, template parts, and other things. So there's just a lot to break down, a lot to learn, and it's still in beta. I mean, it's release candidate, but it's not actually where you can use it yet. So that's
No,
an
but you
important
actually can.
distinction.
It's actually pretty easy to get, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, it's demo time, folks. So just give me a
All
couple
right.
seconds while we're waiting for demos. Please go ahead and chat. And hopefully, if you're on Facebook, hopefully your message will come through. I haven't really had any chatters, so if you guys are here, feel free to say hi. I always want to know if you're here or not. So.
And I'm going to jump out, and I will be in the stream listening and enjoying. So.
All right, Michael.
And if you need me back, let me know, and I'll come back in.
All right. All right, folks. Do we have any chatters? Anyone curious? Anyone have questions before I go in the demos? What are y'all's thoughts? Let's see here what we got going on here. No chatters. Okay. So, we are going to get ready to do demos. Just a second here. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get some demos together. I'm going to get my screen ready. And, yeah. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves situated here. So just give me a couple seconds to get our setup. I am going to be sharing my screen for this, and I'm also going to share my sound because accessibility is super paramount in this example. I'm going to be demonstrating on Windows because on Mac it's kind of a, dumpster fire, lack of a better term. So let's go ahead and share the screen and get started. All right.
Zoom character screen share. System dialog. Content is empty. In system dialog, content is empty. No notifications available.
Oops.
Voiceover off.
All right.
Button available. NVDA menu. Preferences submit settings. Speech dictionary submenu D.
Oops. Second.
Punctuate speech dictionary sub off. Settings S. Speech settings S. NVDA settings general. Norm speech 2 of 13. Speech change. Button alt plus H. Voice combo box American English collapse variant. Combo box read collapse alt plus S. Read. Rate slider 50 alt plus R 50 50 50 50 50 50 40 40 47 40 49 48 40 50.
All right.
Restream chat row 1 column 1. Restream chat document. Button available. Tap full site editing block editor.
I made a site called twp.com.
Restream chat row 1 column 1.
It's gonna make
Restream chat
sense in a few
document.
minutes.
Dashboard TWP beta website Word.
And I made a beta site. So how do you get the WordPress betas? Great question. So there's a couple ways you can do it. The first way that I recommend y'all do it is you go to the WordPress plugin directory, and then you go to where it says beta tester, so WordPress beta tester, and then you have to search for it, and then you install it, and then you go through this little setup wizard, and you want to make sure that the all releases, not just the point releases, are checked, as well as the nightly builds. And so before I do anything, let me make sure that we don't have any more updates, because that's obviously pretty important.
Out of list with 2 items, link all pages.
So let's make sure we don't have any updates.
Find dialog. U, T, A,
And then it will
A,
ask
U,
you on the updates
U, P,
screen of
A, E, E,
WordPress
clickable with
to
11 items
install
listed.
WordPress 5.9 beta. And then you want to activate a compatible theme, which I'd recommend the 2022 theme.
Out with 2 items, link updates.
No updates. Okay, good.
Out of list submenu link posts. List with 4 items link all posts.
All right, so let
Out
me
of list
show you what's
skip to main
different.
content.
So let's say I want to edit this. How am I going to do that? Normally I go under appearance and then customize, right? Well, not anymore, folks. You go to appearance and then editor. So let's see it together. So appearance.
Dialog. A. Selection room. E. List clickable with 11 items. List with 7 items. Link up. Link permalinks. Link media. Link discussion.
Oops.
Link reading. Link writing. Out of list. List with 2 items. Link current page home. Link updates. Out of list submenu. Link posts.
It's the same kind of deal before you
link categories. Link tags. Out of list submenu. Link media. List with 2 link out of list submenu. Link pages. List with 2 items. Link all pages. Link add new. Out of list. Link comments.
You had the media
Submenu. List with 2 items. Link themes. Visited link editor beta. Out of list submenu. Link inclusion. List with 2 items. Visited link editor beta.
Editor beta. I just went under appearance and then
Editor.
editor
WP
beta.
beta website WordPress. Now displaying editor. Beta. WP beta website WordPress.
So I don't have anything on this page right now because I totally messed it up. So we're going to go ahead and try to revitalize this. Now I'm going to show you guys how crazy this is to navigate. So the easiest way to do this is just start from the top.
Click main landmark navigation sidebar. Out of region header region toggle button not press toggle block. Out of region navigation sidebar region toggle button not press toggle navigation.
Okay, so there's a navigation
Press menu.
bar. Ooh, I haven't played with this before.
Prov.
Again, I'm in all new territory, folks.
Link current page side. Link templates.
Templates.
Link template parts.
Template parts.
Out of grouping. Out of list. Out of menu. Out of region.
Let me go
out
to
of region.
template parts because
Now
I want to
displaying
get a
template parts.
header.
WP beta website
I
WordPress.
first want to get a header. So I want to go into template parts and I want to make a header.
Out of grouping button add new. Out of region template parts list content region table with 6 rows and 3 columns. Row 1 column 1 template. Column 2 added by. Column 3 actions. Row 2 template column 1 heading level 4 link header dark large. Added by column 2 clickable. 2022.
So there's a header that is a dark, large header, which I can edit it, which is cool. So maybe I want a header, maybe I wanted to make it dark and large.
Action column 3 menu button collapse submenu actions. Row 3 template column 1 heading level 4 link accessible header.
That's something I made is just a
Added by column
template.
actions column 3 menu button collapse submenu row 4 template column 1 heading level 4 link header. Added by column 2 clickable. 2020 actions column 3 menu button collapse submenu row 5 template column 1 heading level 4 link header dark small.
Header, dark, small.
Added
This
by
is what I'm
column 2
interested in.
2022. Actions column 3 menu button collapse
I'm
submenu
gonna go
action.
actions.
Clear customizations restore temp.
And what am I gonna do here? Let's see.
Clickable row 6 template column 1 heading level row 5 actions. Clear customizations restore template to default state 1 to 1.
Oh. So that will allow me to restore it to the default state, which I'm gonna
Main
do
landmark template
because I
part
messed
list
it
content
up.
region table out of column 3 actions.
So let's
Column
now
2
try
added
to edit this,
column
shall
row
we?
added by 20 action row 3 template column 1 heading added
Let's
action
do
row
it.
added 20 actions column 3 menu button collapse submenu actions.
So what we're doing right now is we're making a header,
Row
folks.
5 template column 1 heading level 4 link footer.
And the other thing is that you have
Row
to
added
edit
by
these
column 2
for each
2022.
page, which is
Clickable.
unfortunate.
Template column 1 heading level 4 link header. Row 3 actions column 3 menu button collapse. Row 4 added by 20 actions row added by actions row 6 template column 1 heading level 4 link header dark small. Added by template column 1
I'm
heading
gonna
level
click
4
on it.
header dark small link heading level 4 clickable navigation sidebar
Okay.
region toggle button not pressed.
So this allows me to edit the header directly. So watch this, folks. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make the header, and I want to make it the way I want to make it. So we're just going to use this, and we're just going to see how it works. And let's see.
Out of menu button collapse submenu tools.
Tools.
Button undo.
So let
Menu
me go
toggle
up
region
here.
toggle button not press toggle navigation.
Navigation, we already did that.
Out of region header region toggle button not press toggle block inserter.
Block inserters. So what that does is that will allow you to add new blocks.
Menu button collapse submenu tools.
Tools. Let's click on it.
Edit radio menu item check 1 of 2. Select radio menu item not
Edit,
check 2 of 2.
select. So you can edit and select blocks.
Button undo.
Undo.
Button unavailable redo.
Redo.
Toggle button not press list view.
List view. So this is what I was talking about earlier, and I always like to get into list view. So let's do that real quick.
Block library region block navigation structure table with 4 rows and 2 columns expanded level 1 row 1 column 1 group button block 1 of 2 level 1.
All right. So I'm in list view,
Column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options.
and I have a group block
Level 2 row 2 column 1 button header.
header,
Column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Level 2 row 3 column 1 button image.
and I have this image, and that is at row. Let's see.
Level 2 row 2 column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Level 2 row 3 column 1 button image.
I have an image at row 3, column 1. So let's decide I want to move that image up. Let's say I want to move it to row 1, column 2.
Col 2 menu button
So let's
collapse
see if
sub
I
menu options.
can't do that.
Copy 2 of 7. Duplicate CTRL plus shift plus insert before CTRL plus alt insert after CT move to 6 of 7. Image block row 2. Illustration of a bird flying. Clickable main landmark content region image block row 2. Illustration of a bird flying. Editor canvas frame clickable menu button collapse sub menu add block. Clickable image caption text edit out of edit blank. Out of frame button drag to resize.
Oh,
Use left and right arrow keys to resize the canvas. Button drag to resize.
okay.
Use left and right arrow keys to resize out of region publish region button collapse open save panel.
Well.
Out of button drag to resize. Use left and right arrow keys to resize the canvas. Button Z. Editor canvas frame clickable.
Okay.
Editor canvas frame. Block. Block. Template. Editor. Beta. TWP. Beta website. WordPress document. Template part block. Row 1. Header. Main landmark. Content region. Template part block. Row 1. Header button. Image block. Row 2. Illustration of a bird flying. Image block. Row 2. Illustration of a bird flying. Editor canvas frame. Document.
All right, so I think I moved something, but it's not very good. I didn't like the way that it did this.
Data website WordPress document group dismiss block library region block map header region style setting list view toggle button test.
But here's something else I could
Heading
probably
menu
do.
button collapse sub menu show template part block library region block navigation structure table with 4 rows and 2 columns block navigation
That didn't really go well.
column level column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options column 1 button header column level 2 row 3 column 1 button image column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options.
So let's say I want to move the
column
image.
2 of 7 duplicate CTRL insert before CTRL plus alt insert after CTRL plus
Yeah, I
alt
want to insert it after.
clickable block group document empty block start writing or type forward slash to choose a block document multi-line editable type slash to choose a block type slash to choose a block clickable image caption text out of edit clickable menu button out of frame button dismiss this notice template reverted out of region block library region out of button click out of edit out of frame button drag to resize use left and right arrow keys to resize click button drag to resize use left and right blank
Okay.
dismiss this notice button. You are currently in navigation mode. Paragraph block row 3 empty clickable paragraph menu button collapse sub menu add block out of region block library region table with 5 rows and 2 copy 2 of 7 duplicate CTRL plus shift header region list view button unavailable redo.
I now
Toggle button, not press list view.
inserted that after everything. So that inserted after. So I might only have 2 options.
Out of
Just
region
a
navigation out of
second.
region menu
So let's
button undo. No next table. Button of top heading left menu button collapse sub menu heading toggle button not press list view.
see. And I got out of list
Block
view,
library
which is
region block
annoying.
navigation structure tape button select column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Column 1 button selected block button paragraph.
Now, the other thing I found is that button is selected block. So the button actually didn't read.
Button column 2 menu button collapse sub menu up level 1 row 5 column 1 button spacer.
Spacer.
Column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Out of table out of region content region clickable
So
out of
I
column
added
column
a
button
new
level
block.
column level 2
So-
context column 1 button group. Block navigation structure. Out of table button close list view sidebar list view. Button table with 5 column 2 menu button collapse sub menu option column 1 button group. Level 2 row 2 column 1 button header. Column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options.
Now I want to look at the header
Chapter
view.
Copy 2 of 6.
Hi Taylor.
Duplicate CTRL plus shift insert before CTRL plus alt insert after CTRL plus alt plus
And
Y5
I want to look at this header. So this is the header that it automatically generates. And something that's cool about this, y'all, is that I'm using the table. So the table didn't actually work too well. But here's what I did. I used my list view and I navigated by buttons. And now I'm able to click on options. And I'm thinking that I can maybe edit the HTML of this.
Move 6 of 6. Edit header 1 of 4. Make template part 2. Edit header 1 of 4.
Let's see.
Make after usable blocks 3 of 4. Group 4 of 4. Remove template part shift plus alt plus show more settings CTRL plus shift plus
Show more
1 of 6.
settings,
Additional
okay.
settings are now available in the editor block settings sidebar. Level 2 column 2 menu button collapse
Let's
sub
see.
menu options.
So let me go all the way to the bottom
Out of
here.
table out of region additional setting note main landmark clickable footer region block breadcrumb list with
Okay.
3 button group buttons out of heading clickable radio button not check large. Radio button not check small. Radio button not check medium.
So I can change the
Radio out of
size.
size font out of heading level 2 typography.
Just a second.
Clickable heading level 2 button collapse color.
Okay, so here's what we're doing. Guys, we are playing with WordPress 5.9 right now. It's pretty cool. So we are actually playing around, doing a demo, because I'm actually exploring things that I haven't explored before. So you guys are learning along with me. And this is good because we can create more tutorials and things. Okay, so let's do this. Let's actually, so I'm trying to figure out a good way to do it. Now, if I went all the way to the bottom of the page,
Shafiola.
I don't like doing that.
Hi Taylor.
Shafiola says hi. Hi, Shafiola. I got your chat.
Out of region navigation sidebar region toggle button not press
So I
toggle
don't like
navigation.
the way that I did that, because the problem with doing that way, y'all, is that I went all the way to the bottom and I couldn't see the rest of the options. So maybe going to the bottom of the page wouldn't help. But here's what I can do. If I navigate by headings,
Heading editing template part
That
colon
could
header dark
work.
small heading settings region clickable paragraph heading level 2.
yes. So let's see.
Start with the building block of all narrative. Clickable heading level 2 button collapse color. Heading level menu button collapse sub menu view and add options.
Let's see.
Clickable grouping font size. Size default. Toggle button not press set custom size.
Yes. So if I used my headings and I went to settings, that's how I'm going to do it. So I opened up the block, I went to edit, and I went to settings.
Font size grouping radio button not check small. Radio button not check medium.
I'm going to change
Radio button
font
not check large.
to large.
Check.
Whoops, because I can.
Radio button not check extra large.
Oh, extra large, even better.
Checked. Out of grouping heading level 2 button collapse advanced.
I'm going to go to advanced now.
Expanded. Clickable HTML anchor. Edit.
Okay.
Enter a word or two without spaces to make a unique web address just for this block. Called in. Anchor. And you'll be able to link directly to this section of your page.
Yeah, I haven't messed with that yet, but that's kind of cool.
Link learn more about anchors. Opens an additional CSS class. S. Edit. Separate multiple classes with spaces. Button skip to the selected block. Out of region publish region button collapse open save. Out of region footer region block breadcrumb list with 3 items button document. Button group. Current paragraph. Out of list out of region notifications. Additional
Alright,
settings are
so
now
what we
available in
did
the
there,
editor block
folks,
settings. Main
is
landmark
we just
clickable
edited
navigation
the
sidebar region toggle
paragraph
button not press toggle
text.
navigation.
So that's good.
Out of menu
But
button toggle heading level 1 editing
let's
template part colon header. Menu button collapse button save. Menu button collapse sub menu show template part details.
I'm going to go to show template
Clickable
part
browse all
details.
letters visited link notifications. Additional settings are now available in the edit notification main heading level 4 header dark small. Clickable footer region block breadcrumb list with 3 items current button group. Button document. Out of list out of region publish region button collapse open save out of region clickable edit. Additional CSS class. Link anchor. Enter edit. HTML heading level 2 but clickable radio button not checked large. Radio out of size X font out of grouping menu button collapse sub menu view and add options. Heading level 2 typography.
Okay, so
Clickable
that is
heading
the
level 2 button
paragraph.
close setting sidebar. List with button template. Out of list out of region content region out of button block selected.
I'm
Button
gonna go to template now.
button. But out of list button close setting sidebar. Heading level 2 header dark small out of region publish region button collapse open save panel out of region button group. Current pair out of list out of region notification. Additional settings are now available in the additional settings are
Okay,
now available
so
in the
that
notification.
didn't work
Out button out level to column button paragraph. Level 2 row 3 column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Column 1 button image.
So I want to select a block.
Level column 1 button header. Expanded level 2 row 2 column 1 button header. Expanded level 1 row 1 column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Column 1 button group. Column level 2 row 2 column 1 button header.
Header.
Template part block row 1 button template part block row 1 header.
Okay.
Editor canvas empty block start writing or type forward slash out of document clickable menu out of document use left and right arrow keys to resize the can button drag to use left and right arrow keys to
And
resize
so
the
what I
canvas.
did now.
Settings region list with 2 items template button block selected list with 2 items button block selected. Out of list button close setting sidebar. Clickable heading level 2 header.
So the cool thing is I pressed enter and I was able to select the block and I was able to edit the settings. I always kept the settings open. So now I'm in the header block. Now I'm actually able to edit the header. So let's see what we have here.
The template defines a page area that typically contains a title, logo, and main navigation.
Okay.
Heading level 2 button collapsed advanced. Button skip to selected block. Heading
Interesting.
level expanded. Clickable title. Edit header.
Header. Okay, so this is a title.
Area. Combo box collapsed header. Area. Combo box HTML element. Combo box collapsed less header greater.
Oh, so I can add the markup, whether it's a header tag or nav tag. Ooh, what else is in here?
HTML element combo less main greater.
Less main. No, I don't want the header to be a main element. That'd be for the main content of the page.
Less section greater.
I don't want it to be a section either. Ooh, that's cool. I don't want it to be a section either because, again, the header is supposed to have a header tag.
Less article greater.
Or an article. I don't want that either.
Less aside greater.
Aside.
Less footer greater.
Footer. I don't really want a header to have a footer tag. But you know what? This is cool because I can decide what kind of markup I want.
Less header default based on area. Less header greater. Less header greater.
So this is cool because what I could do is maybe I could get the recent post block and I could maybe have it have a heading for each post instead of being a list. Don't you think? Idea to explore there, folks.
Additional CSS class. S. Edit. Separate multiple classes with spaces.
Okay.
Button skip to the selected block. Out of region publish region button. Out of region footer region block but current header. Out of list out of region notifications.
So that is all we
Main
have
landmark,
in
button,
that
out, edit,
section.
area, heading to header template, heading button close setting sidebar. List with
Now,
2 items button block selected button
let's
template.
see.
Out of list out of region content region clickable use left and button drag to resize. Use left and right arrow button drag editor empty block out of document clickable menu button collapse sub menu add block. Out of frame button template part block row 1 header. Out of region block library region table with 5 rows and 2 columns level 1 row 5 column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Column 1 button spacer.
Now, how do I get rid of it?
Level column level column level column 1 button edit column 1 button group.
So say I don't want this image.
Block navigation structure. Out of table button close list view sidebar. List view.
Oh shoot.
Button close expand column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Column 1 button group. Column level 2 row 2 column 1 button header. Button selected block. Column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Level 2 row 3 column 1 button image. Column 2 menu button collapse sub menu
can
options.
simply go-
Copy 2 of 7. Duplicate CT insert before insert after CTRL plus alt move to 6 of 7 edit HTML 7 of 7. Detach blocks from template part 1 group 2 of 2. Remove image shift plus alt hide copy duplicate CTR copy hide more settings CTRL plus shift plus 1 remove image shift plus alt plus Z1 to 1.
Remove image.
Editor, data TWP beta website WordPress
And what
document.
that did is that removed the image. So now I just removed the image. Yay. Okay, so let's see what else we have in here.
Clickable main landmark content region clickable editor canvas frame empty block start out of document blank. Out of frame button drag to resize. Use left and right button drag to resize. Use left and right arrow keys to resize out of region settings button block selected. Out of list button close settings sidebar. Clickable heading level 2 header. The header template defines a page area. The tip heading level clickable to edit header. Area.
Huh.
Edit header. Out
Now,
of region navigation side out of menu
I'm
button
wondering.
button undo. Toggle button press list view heading left header. Menu button collapse button save.
Okay.
Menu button collapse sub menu show template part details. Clickable browse all letters visited notifications. Template part block row 1 notification mainland heading level 4 header dark small. Clickable footer region block breadcrumb list with 3 item button group button out of list out clickable set additional combo box collapse less
Yeah,
header greater.
because these are all the things that you can do.
Out
With
of menu button undo. Button
Right,
toggle
but
button
these
header
are
menu button save toggle button press
everything that you
expanded
can
settings.
do.
Toggle button not press collapse styles.
Any chatters have any questions?
Toggle button press expanded settings.
Because you can even do styles too. So let's go in here
Toggle button.
actually.
Welcome to styles. But guide controls list with 4 items current step button
Tutorial.
page 1 of 4 button page 2 of 4 button page 3 button page 4 of 4 button page 3 of 4 current step button page 4 out of list heading level 1 learn more. New to block themes and link here is a detailed button previous. Button get started.
Get started.
Out of region main landmark clickable menu out of region block library region list view button table with 4 rows and 2 columns block nav expanded level 1 row 1 column 1 button group.
Okay.
Column 2 menu button left sub menu options.
So how do I do styles now?
Clickable header dark small heading level 4. Visited link browse all head notifications. Template part block
Okay,
row 1.
so
Main
styles.
landmark out of menu button
Oops.
button unavailable redo. Toggle button press list view heading level 1 editing template header. Menu button expanded sub menu show template part detail button save. Toggle button not press collapse settings. Toggle button press expanded styles. Menu button collapse sub menu more tools and options. View grouping. Top tool. Spotlight mode focused on what Plugins grouping.
These
Styles not
are
checked.
the things. Oop.
Tools grouping. Export. Not view grouping. Plugins grouping. Styles not checked.
Styles. Well, I can
Clickable
just
main
click
landmark
on
header
these.
region. More tools and options.
All
menu
they did
button,
was go in the
select
options menu.
Out of the region block library region list view.
Okay.
Button. Close list view sidebar. Table with 4 rows and 2 columns. Block expanded level 1 row 1 column 1 button group. Column 2 menu button collapsed submenu options. Level 2 row 2 column 1 button header.
Header.
Template part block row 1 header editor can out of document out of frame button drag to editor empty block start writing or type forward slash to choose a block out of use button drag use left and right arrow keys or out of region publish out of read button group. Current out of list out of region clickable visited link browse all letters. Blank. Notifications template part block row template part block row 1 template part block row 1 header paragraph block row 2 empty main landmark clickable content region drag to resize but use left and right arrow keys
Now,
to
how do I
resize the
get to the
canvas.
styles?
Out of region menu button collapse submenu tools. Button undo. Button unavailable redo. Toggle button press list view. Heading level 1 editing template part
Again,
header dark
this
small.
is very new for us.
Menu button
folks.
expanded submenu show template part details. Button save.
I'm gonna save it now,
Publish region save button. Button close button save.
and you have to do save twice.
Site updated.
Let me see if I actually did anything. So,
New tab
beta.
Google Chrome T-E-T-A unselected. T-A Y unselect W-W-P unselect C-O-M. Data.tape.com selected. Document busy blank. KWP beta website. This is a beta installation of blank.
All right, so I didn't actually add
Beta
anything.
KWP beta
Okay,
website. Out of region button undo. Button unavailable redo.
I'm just
Toggle button
trying to
press list view.
figure out.
Heading level 1 editing menu button expanded submenu show template part details. Button unavailable save. Toggle button not press collapse settings. Toggle button not press collapse styles. Styles toggle button press expanded.
Oh, okay, so I go
Clickable letter dark small heading level 4.
right.
Menu item clear customizations visited link browse all letters. Blank. Notifications. Site updated. Note next heading.
So,
Main landmark clickable letter dark small heading level 4. Clear customizations restore template to default state 1 to 1. Browse all letters visited link.
now what I'm gonna do
Blank. Browse all letters visited link.
is
Clear customizations restore template to
I'm
default state 1 to
going.
clickable letter region show
I want
template.
to do that.
Button toggle button not press collapse settings. Toggle button press menu button collapse submenu more tools and options. Toggle button press expanded styles. Toggle
So-
button not press collapse settings.
I need to find my
No
styles
next heading.
somehow.
Stop. Spacer block row 2 content region editor canvas frame clickable block group block spacer. Clickable menu button collapse sub menu add block. Clickable graphic illustration of a bird flying. Out of frame button drag to resize. Use left and right arrow keys to resize the button drag to resize. Use left out of region settings region styles beta.
Okay,
Menu button collapse sub menu more global styles action.
styles beta. Here we go.
Button close global style sidebar. List with 3 items button topography. Button colors.
So
Button
topography.
Button
Let's
colors.
click on
Button
this.
Out of list heading level manage the topography settings for different elements. Heading level 2 elements. List with 2 items button Button text. Button
Wait.
A. Out of button out of A. T E. Button Button text. Button Button links. Button Button text.
So I can add different
text button.
properties.
Out of list grouping toggle font size grouping radio button not check small. Radio button check medium. Radio button not check large. Radio button not check extra large.
We're just
Main
gonna make
landmark,
this
settings
big
region, font
because
size
I
grouping,
can.
Font size grouping extra large radio button check 4
All
of 4.
right, I'm just messing around.
Line height spin button editable selected 1.6.
Line height.
Appearance menu button collapse sub menu currently selected font appearance default menu button collapse sub menu appearance list default 1 of thin 2 of 19 extra light 3 of light 4 of 19 regular 5 of 19 medium 6 of 19 semi bold 7 of 19 medium red light 4 of 19 regular 5 semi extra bold 9 of 19 black 10 of 19 thin italic 11 of 19 extra light italic 12 light italic 13 of 19 regular italic 14 of 19 medium italic 15 of semi bold italic 17 of 19 extra bold italic 18 of 9 black italic 19 of 19
So we're gonna go
extra bold
with.
italic semi regular light extra light for thin 2 of 19 extra light 4 of 19 extra light appearance menu button collapse sub menu currently selected font appearance extra light has been selected currently selected font appearance text out of region publish region button out of region
Okay,
set out of
extra
blank.
light. I'm just making up
Out
stuff
of
here.
menu
But
appear spin line group radio out of group size fonts out of font manage heading button close style out of region content region button drag to resize use left and right arrow keys to resize the canvas button drag to resize editor canvas break clickable menu button collapse sub menu add block out of frame out of region block library region table with 4 rows and 2 columns level column
Okay,
1
so
button
now
selected out of editor canvas frame clickable add block settings region text heading level 5 manage the fonts used on the site heading button navigate to the previous view heading level 5 topography manage the heading level 2 elements list with 2 item button text button links out of blank
all right, so let's
out of
go back to
button
close.
out of list heading level 2 manage the topography settings for different elements heading level 5 topography button navigate to the previous view list with button colors button layout button colors button out of manage palettes and the default color of different heading level 2 palette list with 1 items button 17 colors out of list heading level 2 elements
Palette, 17 colors.
list
What
with 3 items
the
button background out of list with
Okay.
out of list with 3 items button background
background? Let's click on
background
this.
button out of list toggle button press color background toggle button not press color primary toggle button press color background toggle button not press color secondary
Y'all, do you see a problem, folks? I do. This is color primary, but it's not actually reading the colors. Just a
Tell
second.
secondary toggle button pressed
Yeah, I don't know what I'm modifying. Just a
not
second.
pressed toggle button not press color primary pressed not pressed toggle button not press color foreground heading level 2 theme toggle button press color background toggle button press color background Toggle, heading level 2 default. Toggle button, not press color, black.
Okay.
Toggle button, not press color, cyan, bluish, gray.
Okay, so I have to select an element.
Pressed.
Wait, how does this work?
Toggle button, not press color, white. Pressed. Toggle button, not press color, pale pink. Pressed.
Wait, how does that work? Okay,
Toggle button, not
second.
press color, vivid red. Pressed.
So I have to select an element and then
Toggle button, not
now
press color, luminous, vivid orange.
but I have to select the element. So let's see. Let's say I select.
Heading menu, select radio button, check solid. Out of grouping menu button, collapse up, select radio out of grouping, set a background color or gradient for the whole website. Select color type grouping radio button, not check gradient.
So
Out
I
of grouping
select.
menu button, collapse sub menu,
And this
custom
is
color paper.
for the whole website.
Select out of grouping menu button, collapse sub menu, custom color paper. Heading level 2 theme. Toggle button, not press color, foreground. Toggle button, not press color, background.
So I select background. Okay.
Pressed.
So I select background. I
Toggle
can only
button,
select
not
one of
press
these
color,
at a
second.
time.
Toggle heading, toggle button, not press color, cyan, bluish, gray.
Then I'm gonna go to
Toggle button, not
my
press color, black.
colors,
Toggle button, press color, white.
and I'm gonna select.
Toggle button, not press color, pale pink.
Let's
Toggle
see.
button, not press color, vivid red.
What color am I in the mood
Toggle
for?
button, not press color, luminous, vivid orange. Toggle button, not press color, luminous, vivid amber. Toggle button, not press color, light green, cyan.
Let's do.
Toggle button, not press color, vivid green, cyan. Toggle button, not press color, pale cyan, blue. Toggle button, not press color, vivid cyan, blue. Toggle button, not press color, vivid purple. Button clear.
Let's do
Toggle button,
purple
not press color, vivid purple.
because I can.
Pressed. Button clear.
And that is the overall site background. So when we publish, our site's gonna be purple, maybe.
Out of region, publish region button, collapse, open, save panel.
And because speaking of publishing, we're gonna open up the save panel.
Button close panel. Button save. Button save.
We're gonna save it.
Site updated.
Site updated.
Out of region navigation.
Wonderful.
Toggle button, not press toggle navigation.
Now we're gonna go to our site and see if we made
New
it
tab,
purple.
Google Chrome. D-O-T-Y-double-T. Dot. C-O-M. Save.com selected. Document busy blank. My blog. My WordPress blog. Link skip to content. Banner landmark heading level. Link skip to my WordPress main landmark heading level. Welcome published. January 22nd, 2022. Link skip to content.
Well, I don't know if I made it all purple. I think I made the header purple. Let me just verify that real quick. But
AWP out of region header region toggle button not press toggle block menu button collapse sub menu tools.
either way, folks,
Button undo.
this is a little bit of a sample of what you can do with this new editor. I think it's cool, and I think that we're going to have a lot of tutorials that are based on this. Now let me actually just change this color to something
Toggle
else.
heading level button toggle
Because I
toggle button
can.
press expanded styles. Menu out of reach button table
So let's
expanded
change
level
it
202
to-
column 1 button header. Column 2 menu button collapse sub menu options. Level 2 column level button column 2 menu button collapse sub settings region background heading level 5. Select color type group in radio button not check gradient. Out of heading toggle button not press color secondary. Toggle button not press color tertiary. Heading level 2 default. Toggle button not press color black.
And you can do color palettes. You can do a tertiary color. You can do a secondary color, primary color. Whoops. That wasn't good. Just a second, folks.
Start window, search box edit blank, list.
There's a lot of different colors you can do.
Toggle button not press color, cyan bluish gray.
Our designer is probably going to freak
Toggle
out.
button not press color, white. Toggle button not press color, pale pink.
I'm going
Toggle button
to
not press color, vivid red.
do vivid red.
Color, vivid red toggle button
That
pressed.
can definitely tell
Out
if
of
I'm
region
changing
navigation
design.
sidebar header region toggle block
That is
insert
very
toggle button
bright.
not pressed. Tools menu button
FYI.
collapse sub menu. Undo button.
Okay.
Redo button unavailable. List view toggle button pressed. Show template art details menu but save button.
Save.
Publish region save but close tab footer region no next button.
Oops.
Out of checkbox heading with the following changes have been made to your site templates and content.
Yep.
Heading level 2 button expanded global style checkbox checked. Custom styles. Out of region footer region block breadcrumb list with
Alright.
out of check heading with the following changes have been made to your site. Are you ready to save? Button close panel. Button save. Closed global footer region block breadcrumb list with 2 items. No next
And
button.
then I have to
Out of
save
list out of reach
twice.
header tools menu button collapse sub menu undo button redo but list view toggle button pressed. Show template art details menu save button. Save button. Toggle button not pressed collapse settings.
All right. Now let me go check
New
the
tab
site.
Google Chrome T A Y.
Oops.
A selected. D E E A unselected. Beta selected. Document busy blank. AWP beta website. This is a beta installation.
Oh,
Graphic
boy.
illustration of a bird flying. Graphic illustration of a
Okay.
bird flying.
We've got some action, folks. Looks like we've got a purple background and a black header. I'm sure, Michael, you're probably screaming at me from the other room right now. I'm sure this looks like crap. But, it's a start, folks. And let me just make sure this background's red, and we're going to call this demo off.
Editor.
And we're going to be done
Out
with
of
it
region
for now.
navigation. Header region toggle
I
block.
didn't
Tools menu
save
button
this
collapse undo button.
properly.
Redo button unavailable. List view toggle but show template art save button. Settings toggle button save. Publish region save button.
So you have to hit save twice. Okay?
New tab Google Chrome D E T A. Google.com/search Q equals Berta and RLZ equals tool. D A E T T bet selected. Document busy blank. AWP beta website. This is a beta
Interesting.
installation
Why
of beta
didn't it
method.
change
Graphic
the
illustration
thread?
of a bird flying. Graphic illustration of a graphic illustration of a bird flying.
Now, there isn't a nav menu on here, so before we end this, folks,
Editor.
let's get a
AWP beta
nav
website,
menu
WordPress
on here because there isn't one.
Michael
So let's
Doyce.
just, I can do that.
I can come up to discuss the changes if you let me in the meeting.
Michael,
Editor.
come up.
AWP beta website WordPress document. Button
Voiceover
open
Microsoft
panel.
Remote Desktop.
Region settings toggle
Safari.
button not pressed collapsed.
Messages 123 new items. Finder.
You should just let yourself in the meeting.
Microsoft Remote Desktop.
Do you have that power?
Zoom.us 6 new items.
Because you know you can
Zoom.us.
just impede
Zoom
on my
dots.
meetings,
Zoom audio
right?
submenu. Mute. Audio submenu. Video submenu.
No?
Secure participants.
You're
audio
not even in the
submenu.
waiting
Video
room.
submenu. Security menu button. Group. Participants button. Participants submenu. Participants button. Group. Participants invite. Mute. More options. Mute. Invite table. Participant table. Mike join. Taylor earned host. Join 1 expanded. Michael Toys. Remove button. And out. Invite. Mute all. More options. Mute. Invite button. Table. Mike waiting room 1 expanded.
Alright.
Michael Toys. Remove button. Admit button.
Michael's back, folks.
Michael Toys has 6 participants button. Group.
Okay. Michael
there we
is
are.
back, folks. Hey, Michael.
Yes, I am. I am back. So I looked at the what you created, and so it's still a black header.
It is.
With
Right.
an image. Do you remember how it talked about an image that you would be?
Yes, it's an image of a bird flying.
Yes. So there is that image on a black background, on top of a purple background. Now, one of the things that you mentioned, and this is kind of important to note, is that you do have a when you were going through colors, all of that was accessible now.
Yes, and that's
And
what I
that-
said. Right, and I
and-
said
and
I
that
was
was
a
a-
little bit nervous at first. Mhm.
And yeah, you were nervous at first because it was saying color primary, color secondary, and background and foreground. Those are actually the different colors that can be used on the page, which usually WordPress themes don't have that many customization options available. So the fact that this does is pretty impressive. And so it was reading out all the colors to you. You can make
Yes, it was.
selections. And, this is pretty nice, folks. I mean, there was a lot more that needed to be done to make a polished looking website, but everything Taylor was doing was working, and she could do it accessibly. So it was pretty exciting just, observing that.
Yeah, and this also opens up a door, right, to make, themes and headers. And Michael had this idea. Oh, I've almost spoiled the secrets. I better just keep my mouth shut. But Michael almost had an idea to make my own WordPress theme. But anyways, that's going to be coming in just a minute. But Michael, do you have anything else to add? Because that demo was pretty helpful. And do we have any other people in chat? I know Shafiala says hello. But do we have any other people in chat?
Well, the only other thing I want to add is
Okay.
that with themes, the way that they are, I think they even have a new API, like a new way to make themes, so they're different.
They do. And they said that there's not a lot of code involved.
Mhm.
So
I want to try it. I
me too. I want to
this
make.
time
we need to make a
I want to
Techopolis
actually
theme.
try it. I think it'd be cool. So
Yes, Techopolis theme. Everyone in the chat, vote. Do you want a Techopolis theme? Let's see it.
there will be a tech-related Techopolis theme. Michael will do it.
Michael and Tay will do it.
Well, Tay has her own theme that she's going to be creating.
Yeah, I will, but we're gonna help create each other's theme. You see?
Mm-hmm. So we have
Y'all
two:
don't
the
know what's coming.
Techopolis WordPress, Techopolis WP, and then Taylor will release the name of her theme and on her announcements.
All right, are we ready for those? By the way,
Sure.
any more chatters, y'all? This is a moment of truth. Any more chatters before we get into some juicy details? Cause it's gonna be epic. Michael, what's our time looking like?
It's already 5:30.
Holy smokes. We're gonna go to Chili's at 6. Where should we wrap this up? Okay, folks.
We've been streaming
right.
all day.
I know. Are you ready, folks? Here we go. The grand reveal. All right. So, I hope you all found that insightful. Hope you guys loved that demo. I hope you guys were excited as I am. I'm super excited. If you guys are not part of the WordPress course, I don't know what y'all are waiting for. And this is the best time to jump in because everything is going to be new. I'm serious. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be new now. So if y'all aren't part of the WordPress course, I'd hop on over to tacourses.net ASAP.
And Taylor may disagree with me. She may tell me off when we're off stream, but there's going to be, the course is done. The course is done. And, if you buy the course, you're buying a WordPress 5.8 course. But if you get the subscription version,
Right.
if Taylor does any future content on the
which Taylor will, she's gonna have to stay up to date
on using WordPress 5.9 and the new themes and all that, that will be in the subscription version only.
Yes, and actually, yep.
Because the course is how to get started with WordPress, and not every theme is going to be out there. So if you want to know how to use this awesome block editor for themes, once we get our hands on it and it's out in public, consider subscribing to the monthly version.
$10 a month, folks.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, what we're going to do is a lot of the fundamentals will still apply from the old one, but we're going to tweak it and we're going to add things to it. So actually, Michael, what I might do is I might make a clone and then add things to it as they become available.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, you do not want to miss it. I'm saying $10 a month, or else you could pay $50 a month to get all access. So, folks,
all of our courses.
I don't know what y'all are waiting for. We've got some pretty cool stuff coming. So, tacourses.net, it's in the chat. Okay, I cannot wait to reveal this stuff. I'm just like, can I just do it now? Yes, we're going to do it now.
It's like opening gifts.
Yep, as you guys know, you probably see my locations different, and you probably see that there's really no references to Eastern time, is there? I don't say things like 4 Central, 5 Eastern. I almost said 3 Eastern. 4 Central, but I did again, 5 Eastern. I don't say things like that, do I? And you're probably thinking, well, sure, she's probably still in Michigan, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Sure. This is interesting. Folks, I'm sorry, but I am not in Michigan anymore at all. So, here's the scoop. In November, and this is why we had a little bit of a channel break, I made a life move, and I am moved to Austin, Texas. And Michael and I are living together because obviously we are dating, and we are living together in Austin, Texas. And I have accepted a new position. And so I am going to be doing more of the hosting side, and I'm going to be doing this on the side. But I still love this, don't get me wrong. So I'm going to be doing WordPress stuff on the side as well and working with Michael. And so, y'all, this is how TA Solutions was formed. So here's the deal. I really didn't want to bring in my accessibility stuff for obviously very obvious reasons, because that is what I'm going to be doing that's what I do for a living now. I do accessibility auditing for a company that is super awesome called Accessible 360. So if they happen to find this video, shout out to them. They're really cool. And I work for them, and so I am super excited about that. And so I obviously work from home, but I needed to get out of Michigan. I just wanted to get out, and I needed to experience something new. So here I am in Austin, and I'm at Michael's apartment. We live together, and everything is awesome. So that's that, right? But you're probably thinking there's more. Yes, there is more. Our YouTube channel. You're probably thinking, what are we going to do with the Tay's Tech Talks YouTube channel? Well, we're going to name it to Tay WP. That's right. All of my WordPress content is going to be on this channel only. If there's any tech content, it's going to be on the Techopolis channel. So if you're not subscribed to Techopolis, I don't know what y'all are waiting for, but you better do it, because you're not going to see any of my other tech content here. This is only a WordPress channel from now on, folks. Only a WordPress channel. So you better subscribe.
And that goes for her developer content as well.
Yes. So I don't know what y'all are waiting for, but go subscribe to Techopolis, please. Let's get that up to 100 subscribers. We're at 87. I know y'all are subscribed to this channel because you love to see me, but you also want to see Michael too, because let's just be real. We're going to be in videos together. And if you really like to see us together, we have our personal channel, The Adventures of Michael and Tay. So, yeah. So we've got a lot of channels. We've been doing streaming all day. We just got a new Roomba vacuum. It's pretty sweet. But folks, my developer content is what?
And it's loud.
Oh my gosh. It's like a shop vac.
Yeah. It really is.
y'all, if you want to see my developer content, you must go to subscribe to Techopolis. Let me go throw that link in the chat because it's imperative. Because I'm not going to be posting that on here anymore. It's going to be on Techopolis. Techopolis is me and Michael's shared channel. We might have other contributors from time to time. But Michael does some Minecraft streaming. We do our Techopolis lives, and they will not be restreamed here either. So, guys, Techopolis live will also be there. So if you like to see our weekly show, go subscribe to Techopolis, please. Thank you. Let me go ahead and share that link. I mean, like I said, I love doing stuff for you guys, and we're still going to have a lot of videos. But we want to have this channel as a specialized WordPress channel, okay? So, how do you guys like this? Thoughts? Are you in shock? What do you guys think? Are you mad? You know, I want to know your thoughts. What are y'all's thoughts? All right, here you go. There's Techopolis. Go subscribe, please. That would be awesome because that is where all my content is going to be, except for WordPress related stuff. Okay? And also, The Adventures of Michael and Tay. So if you want non-tech related videos, go check out The Adventures of Michael and Tay. That is for our personal channel. So we're going to have things on there such as, like, for example, we went to the Austin Lighthouse a few weeks ago. I'm going to have my 2-month anniversary for, being in Austin. I don't know. I'm thinking the video is going to, it's going to be like a crazy title, like, I'm an official Texan now. I don't even know. Really bad title. But it's going to have things like that. Things that are not tech related are going to be on the other's channel. So if you like that kind of stuff and you want to see another side, check out The Adventures of Michael and Tay. Let me go ahead and put that link in here too. But, y'all, what are your thoughts? I want to hear what you guys think. Michael, do you have any other thoughts? I don't even think you can.
Nope. You pretty much summed up everything really well. And so why don't you explain your WordPress theme name now that you've made this reveal?
I will, except I've got a dead AirPod. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
TWP, folks. TWP is going to be my new WordPress theme. You like it?
It will be great.
It will, and it'll be awesome. So, folks, I'm saying, any other chat, any thoughts? I was going to do VIP, but yeah, we got to go eat food. So, we're going to do a VIP special hopefully soon. We might do a Discord party or something. So, folks, if you're not a VIP, don't know what you're waiting for because you get to talk with us on streams and you get other access. The server is going to be now called TWP. And Techopolis is also going to have a VIP program as well. And eventually what we're going to do, Michael will do kind of agree with this, we're going to have them where if they get one channel, that kind of, they're going to kind of a mutual agreement partnership.
We will figure that out very soon.
Yes, but either way, folks, feel free to be a part of our adventures. So that is going to do it unless we have any chatters. But feel free, folks. This has been an awesome stream, and I'm super excited. Any other thoughts?
Nope. Great stream.
All right. I think that's going to be it, folks. That's awesome, and I will talk to y'all soon. Make sure there's no chat. Nope. All right, folks. That'll do it for the day, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, everyone.